I will be explaining, I will be showing one real-time example of for data raptor load. So let's take some use case here. Let us assume you fired one HTTP callout and the HTTP callout use response in this format. Yeah. So here ultimate goal is you need to create contacts. So HTTP callout gives response in this format. Now see here. So here phone number, there is one node called phone number. Under phone number, we have different home phone, mobile number, fax, this is fax. Under contacts, there is one more node called contacts. This is array of records. This is array of records. So here requirement is we need to create those number of contacts. So if this contacts node is containing three records, you need to create three contacts. And for each contact, you need to take remaining details from remaining nodes. So, so the ultimate goal here is, so this is, let us assume this is one sample response. In this response, we have three contact records, first name, last name, first name, last name. So you need to create three records, three contact records. And for each contact record, other details you need to fetch from fax and phone number. So for first contact, last name, first name, and fax equal to this, and home number, mobile number equal to this. These are the values. So you need to create, you need to iterate over these contacts, and you need to create those many number of contacts. And for each contact record, you need to get remaining details from remaining these two nodes. Yeah, and there are some more requirements like for each contact. Here anyhow API response, there is no date of birth field, but you need to include date of birth field also. That is one requirement. Include date of birth. And the second one is, let us assume for some contacts, there is no first name field. So if there is no first name field, then by default take last name as first name. So if there is no first name, then populate first name with last name. Yeah, this is the two requirements, additional requirements. So ultimately, how many records is there in this contacts node? Those many contacts you need to create, and while creating contact, you need to get other details like home phone number, mobile phone, and fax details from remaining nodes. And for each contact, include date of birth is equal to today date. And if there is no first name, then populate last name value to first name. Yeah, let's get started. So let's create one data raptor load. It's taking this much time. Yeah. Load real-time example. So my interface type is load. Save. So I need to create, ultimately I need to create contact records. Let's select contact object here. Contact. Now formulas, fields. So how you want to supply input to your data raptor load? Let's take this. What and all response you got from API callout, take that entire response. This is my input to data raptor load. So just paste that input here and also paste here. Yeah, now go to fields, contact. So by default, one main thing here is all data raptor load, data raptor extract, transform. All those data raptor types automatically will handle single object and also list of objects. If you pass data in single object, it will create one record, and if you pass data in list format, then it will iterate those many records available in your list and it will process those. So by default, these interface data raptor types are capable for list input also. They will process your list inputs also. Now, ultimately, I want to create contact object and last name. Where you need to get last name? My last name is from contacts node. So even though I given array format here, you can give single object also here. So let us assume if you are confusing contacts node, I will remove all these three. Yeah. So if you configure your data raptor load for one object, then at runtime, if you are passing multiple records, then it will work automatically. Yeah, my input JSON path last name where it will come. This node contacts node last name will come. So here contacts last name should go to last name last name, and for first name there is a requirement, right? If there is no first name, then populate last name value with first name. So for this you need to use formula. So go to formulas. Your formula is if so is blank is blank of contacts colon last name, sorry, first name. So what is the first name spelling? This is the first name. Go to formulas, first name. If you is blank of contact first name, then take a contact last name and assign to first name. So if it is the blank, if it evaluates to true, then it will execute this one. And if it is failed, if it is given false, if it evaluates as false, then this will be executed. So at the overall, what is the if syntax here? If some condition, if this condition is evaluates to true, then this will get executed. If it condition is false, then this will is executed. So is blank. If first name is true, then I need to assign to contact last name as first name. So contacts colon, what is spelling last name? Last name. This is last name. If is blank is equal to true, then assign last name. Otherwise, whatever first name is there, let's take that one. So this is formula, right? So once this formula executes, then it will give some output, right? That output you can store in the same path. You can store in the, sorry, go to fields. You can store in the same node, contacts. That is the best practice. So if you are evaluating some data through formulas, output of that formula you assign to same node, same parent node. Yeah. So this once this evaluated, it will give some data. That data I will store under contacts colon. Let us assume this is first name. CONTACTS contacts. Let's take node here. Yeah, contacts. Now I can use this output in my field mappings. So last name is done. Now I am doing for first name. Now first name you see here, same node I created here, right? In the formulas, this result I'm stamping under this node. That node you can use here. Go to fields, contact colon first name comes to first name, first name, and remaining fields. Let's comes to this requirement later. Now I want to, now first name, last name part is done. And now I want to populate remaining fields, facts fields. For facts, it is simple. So facts should goes to facts, and phone number info comma phone. This goes to home phone. There is field called home phone, and there is also mobile phone. So phone info mobile should go to mobile, mobile phone. Yeah, now all done. Now you need to populate date of birth also. For that, you can use one more formula here. Add two formulas. So if we go here, let us assume you can use formula or go to fields. Now I want to populate date of birth, but for date of birth, there is no corresponding input field. So at that time you can use birth date. Now you can provide some default value here. I told you default value is today date. For that you can use, there is a data raptor global variable dollar, sorry, dollar velocity dot today, today. You can use this global variable. So you can achieve this by using default value or by using formulas. Let's see formulas later. So my configuration is done. So the tricky part here is you need to configure your data raptor load for one record. So phone number, fax, contacts. This is contacts one record I configured. At runtime, if you pass multiple records for contacts, then it will iterate those many times and it will create those many contact objects. Now go to formula, see everything is done. Delete this one. Delete. Go to fields. All this done. Options. I'm not giving any options. Go to preview. Now at the before executing this one, let's see. Let's check how many contacts is there in my arc. So total 29 is there. Let's include last name, first name, last name, first name, fax, home phone, mobile phone. Yeah, now execute. 29 records is there. So after completion of my data raptor load, how many 3 records should be created with the last name IP1, first name IP1, last name IP2, last name IP2, last name IP3, all this. Yeah, let's get execute this one. Here 3 contact records got inserted. Now execute 29 3. Yeah, 32 records should be there. For here for all records, birth date automatically came now. Today date came automatically. Mobile phone. So mobile phone, see here 9,000, and home phone is 1234, and fax is this one. Now execute. Let's see this requirement. Last name, first name. Last name IP1, first name IP2, last name IP2. See here. For this record, I didn't given first name. So at that time, it's by default take last name value 1 stamped here, last name IP2, and last name IP3, first name IP3. Yeah, so you will get this kind of requirements in real time. So you need to understand the key point here is by default data raptor load turbo extract transformation all by default they are capable of processing list records also. So let us assume here, let's create one more formula for date of birth. Dollar velocity dot today. Today again stamp this value under contacts node. Contacts DOB. Contacts DOB. Now for DOB where is birth date? I will not supply default value. Instead of default value, it will come from contacts date of birth. Yeah. Now execute one more set of records. This time remove one record here. Last name IP9. Both I will not give first names. Last name IP10. This is my input. Home phone sum 1111. Mobile sum 999. Fax sum 121212. Let's use this input. What happened? First name remove. Name remove. Yeah, success. Execute. Two records got executed, inserted. Go to data. Now execute here. Total 34 should be there. See here. Last name, same last name value stamped into here, and date of birth also came, and these are the values. So this is the way you can use formulas in data raptor load. So in data raptor load, formulas first will execute because here you are inserting some records into the database. So if formulas are executed after insertion of records, then no use, right? So in data raptor load, formulas will execute first. The output of formulas you can map to your input fields, and after that records will get inserted into the database. So in data raptor load, formulas will execute first, but in data raptor extract, formulas will execute last. That I will explain in some other videos. Yeah. So this requirement you can without data raptor transform you can achieve, but with the data raptor transform also you can achieve with the data raptor transform. So this data raptor transform will create all contact records, 3 contact records. How many contact objects is there? Those many contact records your data raptor transform will give, and those records you can give to your data raptor load. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for watching.